Okay, folks, just taking a little moment here to thank Nate LaRue for becoming a member. So, thank you, Nate, for becoming a member. Welcome to the group. Now, let's get on with it. Let's start another wee piece here. And, right, okay, let's see. Let's get a little bit of a drawing in first. Just up in here. I'm going to be doing the wipe on, wipe off method again. Right, okay. So, just having a bit of an old tree with a barn in behind it. Let's see, I'll have the tree coming from about here and go straight up almost. And a little bit of an offshoot coming here too. Okay, I'll have a bit of a huttish type thing coming out here. Let me see, double layer maybe. Let's see. Trees, a couple more trees. And this is just an idea for me where I want things to be. Okay, right. Now, as I'm going to be doing the wiping on and wiping off method. So I'm actually going to hit pause here so I can scrumple up some lots of pieces of kitchen towel, and that way you're not getting to hear it. I'll be back and gumble this here to be a tiny bit darker, but well, no, I won't make any of those choices just yet, so I won't. But what I will do here is I will create. I think I'm going to have to see this. I'm going to have to sand this down because whenever I'm working on it, the light, it blinds me. I'm going to have to find a way to color that in a little bit. So I think I'll maybe use this one. Oh, and what I do need is some white. Alright, now before I do anything, I'm just going to take a little look. Oh, we look-see as to where I am. I don't really use this knife, so I don't know what it's going to be like. Just an old bluish. Let me see here if it'll show up. Yeah, okay, that'll do. All right. Now what I'm definitely unsure of doing here myself is I'm unsure what shape this house is going to be, what shape it's going to take. I haven't decided that yet, so I haven't, which is probably a bit stupid. I should go and look at some thingy-majigs and decide. And when I say thingy-majigs, what I mean, I should go and look at some houses. But I do know that I want a roof on it, so the roof is going to be a roof shape. That I am sure of. Okay. Let me see. a grey, greeny blue. Okay. Now, big arm in the way here, folks. Trying my best. You should still be able to see what I'm trying to do here. Just along here. And then I'll sort out the shading of it in a moo or two. Right. Where is that? Okay. Yep. Very good. Happy with this so far. So I'm just going to scumble on just a little bit of darkness in it. That's why I have the colours here. Just along here. Now is that... No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Touch that down the side here. Keeping that as straight as humanly possible with shaky hands. Hi folks, just a wee quick announcement. I've started one of those new member thingy-majigs and I would really appreciate your support. It helps the channel and it helps me. Just click the wee join button below the video. It's only a couple of quid a month. Anyway, thanks folks, it's very much appreciated. And now let's get back to it. A little bit brighter. A little bit brighter on one side here. Just here. Now allow for that turning, give you that sense of the building turning. Alright. Now, a bit of a window coming out here and there and there and here. Where's my little brushes? Where's my little pointy buns? Still can't find it, folks. Now, I do know they're in here somewhere. Little there we go. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to signify for a bit of a window here. Straight across and down. Okay. Adds a bit of life to it. I'll do the same in the front, but with the front one, I will want some straighter edges on it, so I'm just going to put it in for now. Yeah, I want a good straight edge on it. And that doesn't quite do it. especially at the base. In fact, you know what? I might as well, while I'm here, folks, isn't that right? While I'm here. So let's see here. There we go. That straightens it up a little tiny bit. Right, folks, back to this little one. Now, there'll be a number of things today. I'll be using this fan brush to help make it a little bit. This is a softened makeup fan brush, and it'll be used to make it rough, and pull out some edges. I'll also be using kitchen roll for the same effect. Okay, so now where to begin? I'm going to start up in here. I want to make this house, see here, this side of it here a tiny bit darker and this side a tiny bit lighter. So let's begin with that in mind. Smaller brushes to start with today. And I'll move into the larger brushes later. Right, so let's begin here. Let's get this color made up. Or a slightly darker tone of it just is all I'm after. Okay, I think that's probably the same tone, is it? It's a little bit lighter. So actually, while I'm here at this light part of it, I'm just gonna lighten it a little bit still. Just come around this side here. And just create a lighter tone along here. Not at all just being rough with it, roughish with it. Now, I have this tone here, so a little bit of a darker tone along this side here. That helps that turn, if you can see that. You see that almost instantly, actually. Okay, now I just want to put a little bit of life in that window. Put a little bit of an edge on it here. Okay. And a little bit along the bottom, just for some variances, you know. Same along here, a little bit along here. I messed that up. Same again. A little bit here. All right. There we go. Well, it's just this is adding a little bit of the detail. So let me see now. All of this here is all in the background. The house is the house and the tree. Just this area here is the major subject. Right, so now I'm going to work on the aspects of the tree here, a lot of the branches and whatnot. And as I say, constantly keeping it rough. So in order to do that, I will need a particular types of brush. Particular types of brush. Where are you? Right. On the palette board, on the palette here, and that's going to be, and then I'm going to dab it in like so. That's going to act as some of the highlight going on here. And then again, like I say, you just come along with this brush and just beat that up. Now, I want it a bit darker down the sides in certain areas, a bit warmish, dark down in here. Okay, again. Nice and rough, folks. Nice and rough. Different colors too. Adding this here and there. Grey reds and blues and whatnot. Okay, I'm just going to leave that for the time being. Let that set up a little bit, and then I'll finish it off. Right, so what I'm at now, at the minute here, is these grasses. Oh, nice little beat up brush for that. So let me see. Just one of my old, really dilapidated beat up brush. There's one there. That's a cheap, very cheap brush. I don't even, there's no name on it even. It's a cheap brush, just to get me the grasses here that I'm after. That's how cheap it is. It's cheap, no name on it. Just going to set these in here. Just rolling it on. That will help with the randomness of the whole thing. Just make sure you don't have too much on the brush whenever you're doing it this way. You can just leave behind big splodges of it and it's not what you're after. Or maybe it is. That's up to yourself though. Now you see how random that makes it? Now, let me just work on this. I don't like that. You see the way this here is coming up here and then this is coming down here. I want those two to keep. Right, okay, let's get a smallish rock in here, or just a rock. I don't have to. I'm not concerned too much about its size. I just want it to be quite imposing. So I'm just going to put in the darker areas of it here. Maybe a bit too dark, but we'll see. Up in here, just. Okay. A few brighter areas in there. Brighter still. Now, I want an overall shape of this. That's all I'm doing here is I'm laying down the darkest part of it at the minute. Some nice reds in this too. So we'll bring this here, up and over. Trying not to be too finicky with it. Okay, and let me just meet that, actually, you know what, I'll put another one in front of it here. So, just in here. Will help with the viewing of it. And then, actually, I'll bring it back a little bit here. And then we'll cover that up with grass. I'm liking that. I'm actually liking that, yeah. Now a few more here, just as wee stones type thing. There now. And then it is helping with the illusion. There we go. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Back to the grasses. Actually, you know what? There's a few areas there that I'm going to fix up first before I move into this. Okay, in here, I want this a bit darker in here. A few areas along here, a little bit more. A little bit darker. There now, just in and around those stones. Okay, some later areas up in here. Okay, now. Now the water's, oh yes, yes. Yes. Need to work on that reflection here before I do too much. I want to darken that up a little bit. And this will help determine the water's edge. Now you see now, that determines the water's edge quite nicely. All right, now we have a nice area there. Now I want to brighten some parts of it. Just as it meets the water here. A bit brighter still, actually. A bit grey too. Okay, now I want to do what I was originally going to do, is put in a little bit of grass. Just a little bit, folks. It's already set up, literally just a few seconds. Now just across there. Now the water still needs to be taken care of, and then I'll finish with the tree. But I'll be back in a moment, folks. And see him here? Yeah, I'll also break up that house a little bit. And that's just... a few later ones as well. Bit brighter. Keeping that nice and busy now. All right, now I want to work a little bit on the rock here. Just want to put a bit more of a highlight on it. That's all. Just along the top here and down here. Just help that stand out a little bit. And the same with these wee stones over here, just the odd one. Alright, oops, don't like those wee ticks that I accidentally created. There we go. Bit of a grey one here. A few light spots just here and there. Keep you guessing as to what's going on there. Bit of life, you know, bit of life in it. And a little bit of highlight here and there too. Nice and thin mixture of this. Whenever it dries, it will dry quite dull. Okay, no, I need to, in my own world here, I need to completely work in this area down here. Right, so a nice blue, nice purpley, cool blue for this down in here. So let me get them. A nice blue here, a bit of red in it. Too much. There we go. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just lightly knock it off. I'm going to use the orange here to get rid of this, to knock this back, but not much. I really want it to be a nice cool blue. Let me see. Is that too dark? It's a bit too dark, yes. It's a bit too dark. So, let's see here. I'm just having a moment to myself. All right, okay, all right. Bring that up into this here. Make it nice and rough again. And then use what I have on the palette. I'm gonna need a bit more maybe. And just bring this in around here. A few roughness here and there. All right. Now, my little favorite trick. I'm not sure if it's a trick. In fact, it's not a trick. It's just the way of it. All right, so, and this is just a put on some nice water reflections, nice water ripples. Now, I don't want it to be too bright. So I'm just going to try it up there. It's okay. Different shades, different colors, just mixing up what I've got there. That's good now, look at that. Lovely effect that. That has a lovely effect. Now, just going into the water here, so a slightly darker ripple, or you could play it with a lighter ripple. Actually folks, I have come back here for a moment. I am, what I forgot to do was put some shade under some of the leaves, not all of them, just some of them. Just a bit too, and it's a bit too dark. Just to ground them a little bit. Give them a three-dimensionality and put a little bit of highlight on them too. Right. A bit of a softish brush, just to knock that back a touch. And it just gives it a bit of a three-dimensionality there. Hopefully you see that. So a little bit of highlight here and there, not on all of them, just in a few of them. Especially the ones that I put the base on, the shadow on. Don't mind scraping it. There we go. Now it has given, you can see a bit of three-dimensionality happening there, and that'll do. Okay, folks, I maybe do a wee bit more work on it, but it'll be, if it is, it's pretty much the same. And actually, there's a bit of work there I can see. It'll be just pretty much the same that I'm doing just in here. I want to create a wee ridge. See, it creates a wee ridge in there. I'll do another one up in here. And another one here, a little bit darker, just here. Help create that idea of a wee ridge. Bit of an overhang, as it were. And just to counter it, put a little bit of a just to counter, put a little bit of a highlight down here as well. It needs to be a bit, if it's going to be a highlight, it needs to be a bit brighter, don't you think? Just a bit brighter. Let me see, just here. Just making it sit out a little bit. Just following the way it's leaning there. The way it's falling, the way you know what I mean? I can't find the word at the minute, I'm concentrating. The way that the hill is falling, just following the brush strokes up into there. Okay, alright folks, that'll do. See you all again in the next one. Bye for now. Okay folks, I'm not entirely done with this one. I'm just going to put a little bit more texture on the tree, is all. Just not happy with that level of texture. Right, so just going to use spirits here. Just keeping my tones relatively close. And that's not close. Boom. Boom. Now I'm going to make up a number of tones here. From dark to light. Just have them sitting here to be used whenever I see fit. Too much. Well, let me see here. Not dark enough. Just creating a bit more texture here. I'm not entirely happy with what I had done there. Now a bit thinner, so I can work it a little bit more. And have I got the right? Yes. Let me see here. And all this is doing is giving it a bit more three-dimensionality and a bit more life to it. You don't have to be mad about it. You don't have to go crazy on it. Just not blending it in this time. That's all. Now, for some purposeful little knots and what have you. A little round knot there, and another one up in here. And a little darker one there. And then one here. Okay. Just wipe that off a little bit. This will not take long, folks. I'm all but done. And now just highlight those knots. Oops. Be a bit better than that. Same here. I just want to work this one in a bit. I'm not too happy about that. There we go. Okay, now, just while I'm at it, I'm going to fix up this part of the tree here. Not too happy with that. And up here. Now, bring this in. And I think that I will call this one a day, as it were. Is that too bright? Maybe a bit. Just kill it a little bit with my finger. Or even a bit of kitchen roll. It's a bit too dark. I'm going to, or a bit too light, sorry. I'm going to knock it back a touch. There we go. Okay. I'm just adding, changing the brush to a bit of a finer brush. And I just want to put in some bark. You know the way that that's done there. There we go. All right. Bit more texture on it. I think that'll do, folks. All right. All the best, and I'll see you later.